Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the series. Today, once again, I don't know what we're doing today. I was honestly thinking, why is it that these episodes I haven't kind of like just got no plan, and I ended up pulling up the series from like last year when we did this. Turns out, right about now, I would only now be getting netherite armor. I've kind of rushed through it this series, and I'm starting to realize that's why I'm kind of sitting now going like, so what are we doing today kind of thing. But yeah, no, I pretty much did just rush out through this whole series. Today we could, I guess, something I'd been meaning, or not meaning to do, but wanting to do is really understand these things. Back when I was still living in this place, which feels so weird that this place is so empty, I haven't been back in here in a bit, we ended up making this in like the very first episode, right? And never since then did we really understand how this works. Without actually taking it down, let me go and grab the... We don't need any of this, I can just chuck this. I actually should probably throw that into the cactus so it doesn't end up in my inventory again. I hate that cactus do damage. I'm wearing full netherite armor and can take a hit from a wither, but a cactus can prick me to death, because that makes sense. Where is... No, the cooking books, so the farm-related books are up here somewhere. There we go. I want the actual guide, because this shows us the windmill. There it is. And I want to check, I want to see if we can't get ourselves these. I don't know how we get these things. I don't know if they just spawn naturally, or... in your world that will make farming easier for you. Something from harvest. Okay, but where do we find them? It doesn't say where we can find them. Does this maybe tell me? Place a block container. Oh, maybe we have to just craft one. Can we just craft one and they spawn from a thing? Let's do hive, I guess. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Geez. I need amethyst for these. Wow. Okay, that's not going to be fun to get. Okay, we can get one of those though. I want to learn this mod a bit more. So yeah, we can definitely do that. Then we've got the decoration, which we more or less know. We've seen the watering can, the scarecrow. I don't really care about either of that. The windmill is the one. I've read this enough times and it still doesn't make sense to me. So it's a processing station, which we got. So you would put stuff in and it would produce oil. Sure, got that. But it also serves as decoration. Sure, don't care about that. Put pine nuts. Yeah, we got a tree specifically for that. Produces, extract the oil by adding a glass bottle to the windmill by inserting. Ew, I need it in a glass bottle. Oh, okay, wait. Because, let me sleep real quick. Because I did interact with it with some seeds or whatever a while back. So, let me go and... What is that? Oh, it's the camel thing. That's fine. I don't care about him. Wow, I forget how fast that is every single time. That thing can move. Yeah, that thing got speed. Jeez. Please tell me I outrun it by the time we get to the windmill. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I think I should now just be able to do... Oh, it's doing stuff. It popped something off. It landed at the top, of course it did. Okay, so let's grab that. I have olive oil. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that's how they work. Okay, that's easy enough to understand. Okay, so if I were to... Oh boy. Which one of these was the pine trees? Was it this one? Oh, I've harvested all this stuff recently, didn't I? Oh dear. What are you? This is my apple tree, I think, isn't it? Yeah, that's the apple tree. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, whatever. But if I were to take one of these, interact with the windmill, and then interact with a bottle, it does its weird particle thing, and pops out one of these things. Okay, cool. I understand these things. Can I just drink this? I can't just drink straight olive oil. That would taste awful. Okay, cool. I understand how that works now, at least. That's nice. What can we make with olive oil, I wonder? Don't really care right now, and I'm not about to search through all the recipes just to find the one new one that uses olive oil. I want to go mining so we can try to find ourselves an amethyst geode. Because if we can't find a geode, I have enough wheat growing here that I can make 4 hay bales, and we can make ourselves a hive. Yeah, I've got the wheat growing there, so that's cool. Yeah, we can make ourselves a hive, which would be very interesting. I'd be very, very curious about that. And like how it would work. Because then I'm assuming they just spawn straight from the hive. You don't need to go and find... It's not like bees where you have to go around throughout the world to try and find a bee that you can then move it to a new hive and stuff. At least I hope not, otherwise I'd be here forever. I forgot I have like a slime chunk here. Yeah, I'll see you once we actually have an amethyst geode. I should probably find a cave, actually. That'll probably be easier. Yeah, let's rather do with this in a cave. Caves are going to be way easier. Or, wait, no, I got amethyst, hang on. I got amethyst from the ancient city, yeah? Maybe I have enough to make straight blocks of that. Hang on. Let's check my chests first before I go off mining. I've just suddenly remembered that. Completely forgot I've been to an ancient city. Twice, no less, actually. And maybe have enough shards to do this? Okay, that's the armor trim. 14. That's enough, right? Or is it, I'm just short. I am too short. Are you kidding me? Okay, never mind. We're good. Nice. Okay, we can make another one of those. We can also make more hives if I actually need. I then need some wheat. I may have wheat here. I got so much bread here that I might not. I've got sugarcane. Yeah, no wheat. Okay, let's go harvest some wheat real quick. That's all I really then need. And then I don't remember what the last ingredient was. It was 4 of these, 4 of the hay bales, and 4 of something else, but I don't remember what. And I really hope I get enough. I'm not going to get enough wheat from this, am I? I forget hay bales, you require 9, not 4. Right? Yeah, I need 9, I thought so. It's going to take a minute to get that. Wonderful. Okay, I should have bone meal, that should help. I am suffering over here. Hay bale. Unless I have hay bales sitting as like a random item from a village I hit. Actually, there is that village sort of nearby. Let's do that. There's an idea. Let's go hit up that village that's near like the outpost. The one that, like, when I'm going to like the ancient city, I go past it. Let's see if... I don't think I ever really grabbed the hay bales from there. I doubt it. I've grabbed the hay bales from this village, but not from this one, I don't think. It should be here somewhere. There it is. Yep, there's still hay bales here. Perfect. There's a lot of hay bales here still, actually. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna grab... Oh, I wish I had a hoe right with me right now. It is a hoe that I need, right? Yeah, no, not an axe, not a shovel. Also, a shovel makes it quick, actually. But yeah... Definitely a hoe that I needed here. Wonderful. Okay, we can just break all of these. That's the wrong button. How much is that? That's plenty. I'll just grab a little bit more. Grab enough that I can make 3 of these things, I guess, just to be safe. How much is that? More? That's more than enough. Awesome. Alright, we can go back with this. There's the tower. That's what I was looking for. I kind of flew a little bit too skew, I guess. I actually thought it was a lot more to the side of my base than that. I didn't realize it was quite such a straight shot. But, oh well. We got what we needed. We got the important stuffs. Okay, now, what was the middle block? There was something in the middle. I forget what it was. Hive. Hopper, that's right. I need a hopper. Okay, so let me grab myself some chest. Should have just... okay, no I don't. I actually just thought I had a random chest laying about from something. Okay, that's fine. Make a chest. We will grab iron. We'll make a hopper. And we can make a hive. Awesome. That is actually cool. Iron can go back there. We don't need that. And I can take this over to one of my one of my greenhouses. If I can walk properly. And I'll just chuck it down, I guess, in the middle, so that everything is within range. Oh, hey, there we go, there we go. Wait, whoa, that's cool. So is it just the 3 of them? It looks like it. You can die. Okay, but this stuff doesn't need to be harvested, does it? Oh, it does. It is. And it's okay. Why is this not growing? Am I just out of range of it or something? Don't make sense. Oh, it needs like a hopper on here though. I think. That or I just stand here and wait for them to bring it to me? I don't know. How many are there? Because I see orange one there, there's a blue one there, there's a cyan one, there's green, brown. There's a whole bunch of them in here. Okay, so they're reaching all the way to the far end over here by this one. They are struggling with this one for some reason. He's not harvesting it. He picked it up instantly though. They're like the oh. Oh, I think they're seeing those crops over there. Oh dear. I think that's the problem. I think they're seeing crops that they're not able to get to because of the glass. Maybe? That could be it. I've got like 4 of them just sitting here. Oh no. How many are in there though? That's insane. Well, this is sick. If this actually were to... If it weren't for the glass, this would work a lot better, I think. I think they're all a little distracted by crops that are over there. It says within 15 blocks, I think, was it? Where's the book? I don't have the book. If it is within 15 blocks, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's like, what? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they would definitely see to these crops. Did I see a rabbit in here? I did. Okay. So they're definitely seeing these crops and are trying to harvest these because they're within range. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we now know how these things work. What happens if I break it? I really don't want to find out because this thing was expensive to make. Oh, but the harvesting on this thing is nice. It harvesting so much stuff. Like, look at this. I've just made this thing and it's already gotten so much crops for me. This is so cool. So yeah, it is a bit of a downside that I think they are sort of getting distracted by the ones on the other side of the glass, but that's fine. If I grab, I think I've put the book back in this chest. I hope I did. I did. Okay, cool. I want to check out real quick how the sprites work. Oh, is this the cookbook? Oh, this is the cooking book. Wrong one. I need the green one. I need the green one, not the brown one. I need the farming guide. Right. I believe it was sprites that told me the distance. Yeah, radius of 15. Yeah, I was right. Okay. So they're seeing crops from through the glass probably, and that's what's making them go in that direction. That's alright. I guess it sucks, but not much I can do about it. Also, the fact that they give you the seeds back is actually quite nice. So that's cool. I'm probably not going to use them that much because, well... One, why would I? I'm not really... I still have so much foodstuffs here that I could use. I'm just not probably going to ever use these guys. So I'm going to break their hive just to see what happens. Really? I'm curious. It takes a minute to break, firstly. And then they just disappear. They're just gone. But I still got the hive. So that's interesting. Okay, well, I'll then place it back down. I'll leave it there, I guess. If they harvest my stuff, they harvest my stuff. If I remember to come by here and grab the stuff, then so be it, I guess. I don't know if they harvest... What am I seeing? Oh, it's a cacti. I don't know if they harvest, like, melon and stuff. It doesn't appear so. Looks like they only harvest their, like, mod-related crops. They're all going through the glass. There's so many other crops you could be harvesting. Why are you all trying to... There's like 5 of them in this thing. At least 5 of them in a hive. That is insane. I mean, we did see orange ones and stuff, so maybe they can only be 5 out at a time, but there's multiple different colors, so it's like, if this pink one goes back in, an orange one could come out kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm getting at here. But then, if I break it again, with maybe it needs to be a pickaxe? I wonder if I can break it with the wrong tool or something. No, okay. So it looks like all tools will break it. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we're going to maybe not actually place that back down. Camel! I'm not going to bother actually placing that back down because if I do, I'm just thinking if I leave that there, they'll harvest all my crops and they'll just despawn. They'll become items laying on the ground eventually, and they will just despawn and just be a nuisance. So we're just going to leave it. I'm not going to bother I'm not going to bother replacing this thing. But that is cool that they actually do sort of harvest like that. That is cool. It would be nice if they did harvest like all crops, including like sugarcane and melons and whatnot, but it's whatever. Where's like an empty chest? We'll just shove them in there, I guess. We can toss this stuff. I'll leave this, I guess. in that chest. Sure, I suppose that works. And then amethyst should also go. Why did I put the feather in there? I did. That was a mistake. It was meant to be the other way around. Okay, the feather can then go to this chest. There we go. That was stupid. But yeah, okay, so they're an interesting little creature at least, so that's cool. What else can we actually learn about this mod? Now that I think about it, I think we've kind of done everything, right? I think that is this mod fully understood, as far as I know. Animals, we've seen all of these. We've seen yak, I've encountered turkey. I've got turkey meat somewhere in the fridge, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe not, okay. I did encounter a turkey at one point, I know that, because it confused the heck out of me what I was looking at. Goose, peacock, duck, deer, crow, and bison. Yeah, these are like the standard ones. Turkey and yak are the ones that I struggle to find, but I've seen some of them. Then we've got olive trees, orange trees, palm trees we've seen, pear trees, pine trees, pistachio. Okay, I think we've seen all of those. Those bushes I think we've seen. I'm fairly certain we're missing certain crops. I don't know if I have this crop. No, I think I do, because I'm fairly certain I've struggled to say that name before. But then I might have all of those. And then there's these. Yeah, we don't have coffee. Because we have tea leaves, but we don't have coffee. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going out of my way to try and get coffee, but I know I definitely do not have coffee. Because I've got, like I said, I've got the tea leaves in the corner here, which is what's growing like way over there. That's all tea, but I don't have coffee. I could get coffee and fill up this space, and this space, which I'm just realizing is also still empty. But yeah, no, otherwise I don't have crops. That's a bunny. I was wondering what I saw moving there. That was so weird. Then we've made all of this pizza oven. Yeah, I had to learn how this thing worked, honestly. This thing was a nightmare. I do like this. One thing I do like about this is the fact that they show you how to craft stuff with like the 1 and the 2 and the 1 again, and tells you what 1 is and what 2 is. That's cool. I do like that. The spice mills are just pure decoration, I believe. Can be used to improve your food, seasoned food on plates by interacting with it. Oh, wait, hang on. Restore more hunger, but be careful, adding too much spice will cause the food to restore less hunger instead. There's some different pieces you can use. Chili, garlic, ginger. Yeah, we've got all of those. We've got the mustard ones. To add spice to a spice mill, first craft an empty one. Yeah, sure. And then you can also place spice mills on the ground to do this whole sneak up. Okay, that's just for decor. So they are actually functional. Okay, I thought they were just strictly decoration. Okay. So I have to have... Where's the one that I had? Because I know I had one. Is it like... I don't know if it's up here or if it's in a randoms... I think I left it in my randoms chest. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. This one. Right. Because you can right-click and they do their little like grinding thing where they like turn and whatnot, right? Do I have... No, let's just grab ourselves that pizza. I still have not eaten this pizza, apparently. And then we do that. And now if I break it off, does it say that it's like with seasoning on it? Or no, it does not. I'm so confused. How does this work? Is that not what... I did not mean to open every flap on the chair almost. Jeez. Is that... Am I misunderstanding this or something? Does the plate... Hang on. Maybe the plate has to like be directly below me almost. Let's do it like this. I'm just ignoring me standing on my food. Okay. It doesn't look like it's changing any texture at all. I don't know if it's meant to change texture. I don't know. Does it say? No, it does not say. Okay, I don't understand. I really thought I was getting the pizza. Yeah, it's just the same normal pizza. Alright, cool. Maybe when I suddenly get randomly poisoned, we'll know why. I put like half a thing of spice on there. But that is interesting. I did think I understood it. Maybe I'm stupid. Okay, what was it? It was kitchenware or miscellaneous? I don't remember. Yeah, kitchenware. So to add spice to a spice mill, no, that's to add it to the actual thing. Hang on. Spice mills can be used to improve your food. Seasoned food on plates by interacting with it. Yeah. Did I not do that? Can it not be done to pizzas? Can it maybe only be done to certain foods? Maybe if I did it with a sandwich? So let's throw down a BLT real quick. I just need one. Just one BLT. Let's throw down. I'll never get used to that model. That looks so good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm interacting with it. We're definitely interacting with it. And then we break it off. Way to go. Oh, it went straight back into my backpack, of course. That's the same BLT. Yeah, I don't understand this thing. We're just gonna... Boop. There we go. We can live... At least can have it as decoration. There we go. English is hard. English is a very hard language. Finally then, what is miscellaneous? Oh, this is where we... Yeah, cool. Crafting recipes. This shows us all the different crafting of stuff. Yeah, cool. Don't care. Scarecrows. Sure, why not? Let's place a fence on the bottom, then a hay block above after adding 2 fences as arms to the side as hay block. As the hay block... Of the hay block. Jeez, I can read. Place a carved pumpkin. I need a pumpkin? Ugh, man. Okay, fine. We're gonna find myself a pumpkin, I guess. There's a jungle. Don't pumpkins spawn in jungles? Or is that just melons? They spawn in plains biomes. How hard can it be to find a pumpkin? Never should have said that. I guarantee you I'm not going to find one forever now. I swear I flew over a place with a pumpkin in it yesterday. I'm so mad. If I'd known that I needed pumpkins, I would have grabbed one. Okay, I definitely not. This is where I was fighting the wither. Yeah, this is definitely where I fought the wither. Oh, right, we ended up in a cave. Hey, I forgot we hit this place. Oh, that's what I did. I spawned a second wither for the thumbnail. That's right. Forgot about that. I need pumpkins. Okay. I've not found any pumpkins in this game at all, I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain I have not, because I'm pretty sure I would have grabbed them to add to the farm area. That's a palm tree. I thought that was a pumpkin. They're not even the same color. How do I do the things I do? Alright, I'm gonna try and find myself a pumpkin. I'll see you in a minute. This is the weirdest, thing that I've ever gone searching for. Alright, you remember the Savannah village that we did the raid at, right? Yeah, those pumpkins near there. I didn't remember it, but I was suddenly flying over it and I suddenly went, oh wait, right. There was that patch that I walked past to get to it. So then we need you. We need, I'm sure we can make it out of 2 different fences, right? How is it crafted? It's 2 fences, I hope. I really hope it's only 2. Place a fence on the bottom, then that's 2. That's 3. Great. This one. And then it gives me 3. There we go. We're not going to bother with spruce. And I need a hay bale, which we have one in this barrel somewhere. Where is it? Nope, that's that one again. There we go. I just need one. Just the one. There we go. Awesome. Then we sleep real quick so that we don't have to deal with mobs. And since I don't technically need it, I don't really care. I'm still making this thing because it's going to be cool, I hope. I really hope. We're going to just toss it right at you. So it's like this, then it's this, then this, then this, then that. That should just... Oh, it's shears to... Oh, you moron. I'm doing it with an axe. I really thought you could carve these with an axe for some reason. That was stupid. Okay, shears. I need shears now. Okay, I don't have shears. I need to craft shears. Wonderful. Let's toss those there. We don't care about them. Then... pair of those. I'm surprised I've never actually made shears in this world. Boop. There we go. Awesome. Now this should work. Hopefully. If it doesn't, well, yeah, this was a waste of time, I guess. I'm also out of rockets again. Boom. Oh, look at that. Okay, I punched him once and he's dead. Are you kidding me? It took one swing and he was gone. Hay bale also. It literally gave me 2 wheat back for that. And 1 stick for those fences. Seriously. Alright, well, that was a waste of resources. Wonderful. That was absolutely a waste. The only thing this is good for now is to just wear it, and even more so, it's the worst piece of helmet wear ever. Looks cool until you hit this key. That's better. I did not mean to place you down. I can't believe I tried to axe this thing. I just really thought that was gonna work. I'm so mad at myself. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have for today. We've kind of like faffed about basically doing random nonsense. Yeah, cut all that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for today. If you have enjoyed, please do consider subscribing and leaving a like, as it does help me out a ton. I spent most of this episode learning how a mod works, often nearly having it in this world for a month, but hey, I might as well do it at some point, right? But yeah, see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.